What's up, my Taroversian? Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new to the channel, this is going to be a reading for anybody that feels drawn to it at any time in your life. It pops up for you. So it takes basically a part of your higher self, your subconscious, or your conscious to see something in the video, right, ahead of time. It's almost like a psychic thing. You know that you're going to get something useful from the video. That's kind of why you feel drawn to it, right? We're drawn to things for a reason, to teach us, to show us, to enlighten us, stuff like that. And if you feel drawn to something, whether it's this video, clicking on it, or even like a book or like a certain food even, usually there's something within it that's going to help you in some way or teach you in some way. So if you're new here and you click on this video, thanks for coming. I'm sure you'll find something useful within. If you're a returning watcher, awesome, welcome back. If you keep watching my channel but you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe because it really helps. And let's go ahead and get started. So today's video is going to be looking at your love life. I'm going to do a spread between you and your person. Very classic Taroverse style love spread. All right, for those that resonate, you'll resonate right away. You'll start to know if this is for you once I start talking about it. If not, simply click away. I'll be taking sips of my tea. If you have issues with sipping noises, I do not care. Go watch another video or skip forward. I'm gonna sip, right? I'm not gonna base my videos around the 0.001% who have problems with sipping. And that's about it. Any other questions that you guys may have, be sure to watch the Q&A video or look in the description box for like the decks that I use and stuff like that. All right, let's go ahead. And before I get into that love spread, I do want to pull just some general stuff for you. And this may not be about love. This might be just about general spiritual energy and whatnot, stuff like that. So my watcher. Energies that are strong in your life right now. This could be from a person, from your chart, or just the overall energy from these cards. You got Gemini coming in and a strong Cancer. I kind of knew Cancer was coming out for some reason, as well as Aquarius. These energies keep coming out so strong in the collective readings. That doesn't mean that you have to be a Cancer, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it means that the collective, you, are going through something with these qualities. So let's begin. With Gemini, it might deal with polarities or morality. It might deal with choices or decisions and doing what is best. It might also have to do with looking at things from different angles, realizing that there's two sides to one coin. There could be bipolarities here, and I feel that like almost literally like with mood, there could be like a bipolar aspect going on. That's not a diagnosis of like actual psychological bipolar, which is like weeks or months of mood swings. But there may be like an up and down that you're experiencing in one part of your life, like highs and lows that you're kind of going through. I feel like that could be happening for some of you. With that Cancer energy, any emotion that you have is amplified at this time. I feel like that's what that card is kind of saying right here. The hard shell is being shown to me. So you might need to have a harder exterior, thicker skin for what's going on. You might need to handle things with stride a little bit better and make sure that you're giving yourself a lot of you time to introspect and to soothe yourself. Cancer needs a lot of self-exploration and a lot of soothing, I feel like, because they're always picking up on the psychic energies, the emotional energies. And unless you're processing that in a healthy way, it's really going to be counterproductive for you, right? Instead of that energy being turned into knowledge or being turned into, why is the word adventure coming into my mind? Instead of it being turned into like knowledge or something useful that helps you go forward, adventure, I guess, it just turns into feeling wiped out, feeling depleted, right? So make sure that you're giving yourself that. Aquarius, now usually I pick this up with like Taurus energy or like some kind of earth energy, but Aquarius wants you to learn right now. This could be learning about things that you don't normally learn about. I'm big on books on my channel. I recommend reading things, not audiobooks, sitting down, reading stuff. That's just me though. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. But I do feel like learning something here is going to be important, learning something new, or at least something that gets you thinking outside of the box. I feel that Aquarian energy always wants you to look at things from new and different angles. It's like scientific advancements, and that comes through knowledge and trying new things. It's that combination that gets you forward in terms of like technology. Technology is just like something that you invent that's really smart and helps you, that wasn't around before, right? New technology does that basically. What could you be doing for yourself, for your energy, for your life that you weren't doing before that helps you in a substantially profound way. It's showing that that's out there. You've got to start learning in order to put all the pieces together so you can create that invention for yourself, for your life, for your problem, but it's there. The answer is there. I was watching this other YouTuber, I forgot her name. She just popped up on my feed. Really cool video though. And she was talking about like neurology and stuff in the mind. And that like we create ideas and new things in our mind by forming ideas, things that we learn, basically. So every time you learn something, what I'm saying is, anytime you learn something, even if you don't think it's useful just to be learning. Like literally learning about how a craftsman makes a door and how a chef makes a meal, okay? You learn about those two things. One day, little bits of information from those two things will help you solve something substantial, maybe in your love life or in like other parts of your life. The more that you learn, even if it's totally scattered and stratified, will always help you form new ideas. And that's just me channeling some of that Aquarian energy for you. So I do hope I can encourage you to, like, instead of like doom scrolling or like looking at BS on your feeds in your spare time, sit down and watch like a 10-15 minute video. Challenge yourself. Something useful, something interesting. And if it doesn't feel interesting, that's okay. People are not satisfied with being bored at all. And I feel like that's because we're so used to like 10-second media now. It's ruined that. But you need to be okay with like things not being extremely interesting and catching your brain with all kinds of colors and sounds. You just sit there and just kind of watch things and absorb things peacefully. Like so many people, we're 7 minutes in, I haven't really done much but kind of talk about stuff. So many people have clicked away because they don't have like flashy shit going on, and I'm not like saying like, hey, your person this, your person that, but like 10 minutes into the reading. People need to be entertained constantly, but it's good if you don't need to be. So, while we're kind of talking about that right now, you want to be conscious of what you're consuming. Consume your best and plant good seeds. It's kind of showing that you might not be planting the best seeds for yourself right now, but you can change that. I feel like you want to be your best right now. Start planting those seeds to do your best. This is a time of destiny for a lot of you. I don't know what exactly that would be, but it's about becoming who you are, right? There's some kind of karmic, fated path that you are walking right now. And the things that you are experiencing, the things that you are doing is helping you live that life where you are becoming the most realized, most actualized version of you. That takes dedication. It's not just going to happen. It's not. You have to put yourself, you have to go through discomfort to do that kind of stuff, but that's what the energies are pushing you towards. It's crazy that I literally said the word discomfort. I didn't even look at like the bottom parts of these cards. I was kind of like, oh shit, a bunch of cards fell out. I hope these relate to what I'm talking about. They do. So the bottom here, we have shedding, courage, the process, and discomfort. A lot of you are going through a very uncomfortable moment or process, or at least you're being pushed to experience the discomfort and go through the discomfort to change. Doesn't mean that you have to, but it's literally a process of shedding skin that requires courage. So ask yourself, where in your life do you feel the discomfort when you approach that area? Where in your life do you feel that you have to shed a skin where it requires courage? It's your option right now to stay in your comfort zone and keep that energy, lock that energy in, or to leave your comfort zone and change that energy, raise it, change your life. Where do you need courage? Where do you need to shed the old skin and become the new you, right? You're going through a process. It's discomforting. But Spirit wants you to know that you're kind of meant to go through it right now if you want more, and I'm sure you want more. Believe that you can get better because you're being pushed to get better. And it doesn't feel like you're going to get better when you're going through discomfort. But in order to change and grow, we have to go through that. If it was easy, everyone would be their best selves. And if you look around, clearly everyone is not their best self. So there you go. Let's jump into your love. No. I have one more deck I wanted to explore with you before we jump into your love energies. And a lot of this is probably about love. Like your love life is like the number one like challenger for you to like grow and stuff like that. The energy of love. That's all there is. Bottom of the deck was purge. Top of the deck was gratitude. So as you purge energies, maybe cut connections, maybe change things in your life that feel like you have to let go, or if things are coming up and out of you emotionally, understand that that is a purge. The top kind of shows the remedy, or kind of shows what you might want to do more of, which is express gratitude, which can be done in a lot of different ways. It could just be letting go of the negativity that kind of like comes up when you're in that discomfort and kind of looking at the good things that are going on. It's not like a spiritual bypassing. It's not that you disregard the negative and only look at the positive and like, I don't know, gaslight yourself. It's just about, hey, I'm going through this, but there's also good things going on too. And I'm going through this because it's going to get me here, etc., etc. It's looking at the whole picture. And I think for a lot of you, looking at the whole picture is actually being a little bit more positive, and not so pessimistic about yourselves and your life. That also helps you with relationships. When you believe in yourself more, you're attached to people less. The more attached you are to someone, likely the less you believe in yourself or your ability or something along those lines. Usually, not always. I feel sometimes there's just somebody very special and you're very attached to them, but still, there is that element of how much do you really believe in yourself, really, right? If you're like losing yourself completely for a relationship, or if like you're allowing the energy of love to like wreck you with another person. So don't worry. I've got more where that came from for your love reading, but let's take a look at this deck right here, which I had used in a premium reading the other day to really good results. And it just kind of was around. This is not a premium reading, right? You're all watching this, right? But I do want to see what comes out for the collective because the messages are just so strange from this deck and it's a lot of fun to do with you guys. So let's take a look. Aquarian energy is really strong here. Deadass, that's what I saw in my head. I never saw this card before. It's fucking crazy, believe me or not. All right, divine timing. Card number 29. You've got divine timing on your side. So there's something here that you need to know that it's part of a divine timeline, nothing else. So there's nothing you can do to change that. There's nothing you can do to make that happen sooner or later. It happens when it happens. Take comfort in that. That should be a comforting thing. There's something happening on a divine timeline. This is likely to do with love. I feel like something might be coming to your head. So it's likely that. Portal. Shame. There's deeper portals opening up within you. It's like you're walking through a portal in your life. It's a different way of looking at shedding your skin and becoming someone different, something different. You're going through a portal maybe into what you might want to consider like a new timeline or something like that, okay? It's better for you. In order to do that, you have to look deep within. And likely what you're tackling right now, the root of a lot of maybe psychological or spiritual issues, may be the concept of shame. Now that's something very personal. That would be research and stuff for you to understand about yourself. But shame would be a good starting point for that shadow work, for that research, for that understanding, that deep look within. But it's like something opened and is inviting you to change in your life. But you're dealing with this energy of shame right now. Where is that shame? And how do you define shame? Having a good definition of what it is first is going to help you, but also be flexible with your definitions and how it manifests in your life. I always say this, but these things, these shadow work concepts, they're tricky how they manifest in your life. Because if it were easy for you to spot, you do the shadow work, it would be easy. So usually these things, let's take shame for an example, manifest in your life in ways that you don't realize. Other people can see it easier. That's why like a therapist is fucking helpful, because they help you see the things that you can't. But you could still be able to see and call yourself out on these concepts if you take the time to understand them, look, and allow yourself to see it, because a lot of people don't want to see their weaknesses, right? So their mind's going to trick them out of it. Say, I don't operate in, like some people that I see operate literally in a world of shame. All their actions have to do with shame. You would ask them like, hey, do you have shame in your life? Like, nah, not really, you know, like that. Crystals. that came out from the other reading. Hex and Mudra. Manifest and grid. One moment. Hey, what's Mudra? I drew it in a card.
It's interesting you've drawn a mudra. Mudras are fascinating. Here's a breakdown of what they are. Definition. A mudra is a symbolic or ritual gesture or pose. While they can involve...
All right, so let's get a little witchy here. Crystals, hex, mudra, actually manifest and grid. This is all talking about the same thing. And this is almost about a ritualistic, magical, or energetic practice that you could implement. And I think there's a lot of different ones coming out here because there's a lot of different people from different backgrounds watching. That's actually what I really think here. I think some of you are tied to like, I see the Dominican, Haiti popping in for some reason. But then I also see almost like Alaskan, Northern, I don't know, Canadian, Native Canadian. I don't know what you call Native Americans in Canada, Native Canadians. I see something like that. Anyways, first and foremost, crystals. Some of you might be guided towards crystals at this time. Keep your eye out and keep your mind open. Just like how I was talking about in the beginning of this reading, when you feel intuitively drawn to something, right? There's a reason for that. There's healing, there's learning, there's something in that. There's a lesson for you there. You may, after watching this video, have a synchronistic event that has to do with crystals or a particular crystal, or it may just be the color that comes to you that you would want to seek out in a crystal. As I said in the other video, I myself, I'm not really a big crystal person. I have like a couple, but I get overwhelmed with things like crystal and astrology, so I just kind of don't. But some of you may actually vibe with that stuff quite a bit, and some are very powerful, and some are more sensitive naturally to the vibrations without needing to develop it. But all I'm saying is keep your eye out for colors and crystals. Some of you have been gifted one recently, etc. So hex and mudra. What I'm seeing here is different kinds of energy work. This would be within meditation that could help you move forward or change things in your life, I want to say. You would want to look at working with astral energies or energies in the quantum field. And you might want to find specific gestures or specific ways to work with your hands to work with that energy, to move that energy through and out of your body. This could even be like Reiki and stuff like that, but I think I'm feeling more of a doing this in a state of meditation. If this clicks with you at all, if it doesn't sound like bullshit, check that out. Spirit says it's okay to manifest what you want right now. You can be specific at this time. I'm drawn back to the portal, to divine timing. This is a very prosperous time in your life if you want it to be. The portal has opened, right? There's going to be stuff coming out within you. I feel like that is intense for some reason, but at the same time, if you start to work with spiritual energy, you're going to get a lot of stuff. Grid makes me feel like some of you are going through a labyrinth. There's also something about puzzles and mazes that's coming up. It's like a specific spiritual practice, but I don't know enough about it to tell you about it. But for those that know, I suppose you'll know, right? I suppose it'll come to you, or it's already coming into your mind. You can comment below about it if something comes to you. But I just see you almost like drawing out like lines through a maze. And I don't think that's a metaphor. I think this is about a way to work with energy or a way to work with your life. Let's do one more. Effigy, telepathy, invoke, and exorcism. Hang on a second. Some of you, it may be in a past relationship, or maybe you've just been very close to somebody. Maybe this is a friend, or maybe even an enemy, but like you guys were close, but their energy is just not good. okay? You want to purge that energy of that person out of your field. If you've been around someone who's given you the ick, or somebody's had like a negative, you just feel like negative, my ear's starting to ring too. You just feel negative around them, or because of them, or like that relationship, or that friend, you're just not vibing with them, or maybe there's some like fucking freak who lives down the street, I don't know. You want to actually go into a state and realize that you can start to purge that energy from you, right? Because you're picking up energy from someone or something that is not good for you, and you want to keep your energy field clear. That's going to help you mentally. Now for others, this goes back to magical practices like the crystals. Having an actual statue of something could be very useful for you at this time. And, you know, some people might say, well, that's really witchy. That's super, like, I don't know, freaky sounding, so don't do it, right? But there's Greek, pagan, you know, gods and goddesses, stuff like that. The Christians love their angels. Same shit, right? Same shit. You just pick which one vibes with you. And I feel like that's going to help that energy connect to you much easier, much like how a crystal would, but it works a little bit differently. It's getting real Hogwarts up in here. If you guys like this kind of talk, this kind of stuff, let me know. We can go deeper. So with that being said, let's go into the next part of our reading. That's going to be your love reading. So we're going to tone it down and get into your love life. I'll tell you exactly what I see and what I feel. I won't hold back. If it's good, it's good. If it's not good, I will tell you why and what's good about it. Which deck wants to come out? I can't tell. The Star and the Page of Pentacles both would be a great choice, wouldn't they? But with the Aquarian energy, this has the Star. This is going to be like on point. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at you and your person at this time. Your energy, my dear Taroversian, in this relationship towards this person because of this relationship. What's your energy at this time? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Weird, I saw the Fool in the corner of my eye, but it was actually the Knight of Pentacles. And your person. All right, so what I see for you is that you're either very ready for love, maybe consciously, but energetically, you're definitely ready for love. Or there may be somebody that you're putting a lot of effort into. Strength is coming in. That's Leo energy. That could be a Leo that you're interested in, but I think this actually just shows the amount that you're putting in the work for. Some of you have entered a new relationship with somebody and you're really working hard in that relationship, or somebody's really caught your eye and you're really putting in energy to maybe better yourself or appear better for that person. Some of you are singles. This is very general energy, I feel, actually. Some of you are single and you're really putting in energy to find that person. That could be through manifestation and stuff like that. Some of the cards that we got before might pertain to some of what you've been doing to find somebody or to have love attract to you. With the Two of Cups, though, I feel that the energy of a partner is very near to you, which is a good thing. Person in question, we have the Four of Swords, which makes me think that they're not super communicative. I always feel like they're thinking of you with the Four of Swords. It's one of those cards where you're on their mind, but I don't get a lot of action from the Four of Swords. This person is, the first thing that comes to my mind is looking for a reason, but I think they're trying to clear their mind from something. There's skeletons in their closet, or there's something on their mind that is keeping them from completely opening up, but I see them being very close to opening up. I think this person had a moment with you where they were very open with you, and then they just kind of weren't as open afterwards. In the subsequent dates or messages or something like that after having been open. And I think that that worries them. I don't think they liked how open that they were. So they're trying to almost balance it out. The other cards that we got for them: Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Tower. Their feeling in the relationship, or their feeling with you, is that they don't want a huge and sudden change. They like to feel stable and in control and not having things go fucking crazy, basically. And that's defined as how they would define it, whatever that means for them. And I see them kind of fighting. This is likely an internal conflict to not have things topple over. Maybe emotionally for them, this could be like of a past kind of like avoidant that we have read about in the past. Let's just go in a little bit deeper here, see what this says. They're going through a process where they have to soften, lighten up, let down their barrier, let down their guard. They're likely going to be doing that. So that's in the energy, that's in the timeline, that they do kind of open up or soften up or whatever. But I would imagine them now as having like a hard shell. Okay, so that's where that Cancer energy comes from. Your person could be Cancer. We also see the Chariot down there. And it's basically about right now, do they open up or not? So I think as you're watching this, they're not super open. And they're having this kind of internal battle, fighting some kind of change. That'll be clarified in the extended as best as I can. As we move into the future, subsequently, we see them kind of starting to open up a little bit more. They start to understand how to work on their internal conflict. They start to understand how to work on their issues. If there's a third party involved, if that is the case, that could be likely with the Five of Swords here. I do see them actually sorting out that situation, right? So it could be something complicated with an ex or with another person. That's not on everybody's timeline, but for those that are dealing with it, that is coming up. But it could just also represent the fact that this person has internal battles and struggles that keep them from opening up to love or moving into a relationship, even without the third party. And I don't think they know how to deal with it right now. I think they're actually scared of it. And that energy is where you guys could match from the general reading for you, where it's needing the courage to shed that skin, to walk through that portal, to make that change, to go through the discomfort. We see here in love with this relationship, specifically with you, this person freaked out about going through some kind of discomfort. Could be because of a fear of loss, could be because of a fear of opening up, stuff like that. But again, I'm picking up on that kind of energy. Child, marking the kind of final row in where I think things are going. We have the Magician, the Chariot, and the Two of Swords. This makes me feel like they're more in control with the Magician. And with Child, I think it's almost like the Six of Cups, where they're more in touch with their true values, what they really want. So like their inner child is actually able to speak here, and they're able to work through the energy of purity instead of their defenses, which would be the energy of shadow, the energy of the devil, stuff like that. So here's where I see they have power, where they have efficacy, and where they're able to pull off any kind of blindfold that might have been on them and see clearly. So that's kind of what I see in the future. Again, it kind of looks like a person who's having issues opening up, but it feels kind of positive. Actually, I don't want to put these away because I want to clarify. But your highest advice for dealing with this person, for dealing with this situation. Let's see what you get. Advice from Spirit on dealing with this person, on dealing with this situation here. King of Cups, Five of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Hermit. So you need a little bit of time to yourself here. This person is messing up. This is a lot of cup energy. It's kind of messing up your feelings, your emotions, your sense of stability here. And it's about you needing to master that energy. It's about you needing to be able to control that energy that you're feeling roused up within you because of things with this person. The Knight of Cups going into the Hermit is about time to yourself. It's about introspection. It's about understanding your needs and what's going on within you, and understanding your feelings and being able to control those emotions more, and understand if you need to make the choice to continue with this person with patience, basically, or if it would be better for you to disconnect. There's a way that you want to go about it in which I feel like you would be very stubborn. There's like a stubborn path, and then there's like the other path. I don't know exactly what that means. But it's like you think that in this situation you have to suffer, that it has to be difficult, that it has to be painful. And as long as you think that, you will experience that. But it's showing me that there's actually a very easy way for you to experience freedom and liberation within this situation. And it happens almost instantaneously. Whatever that is for you, I don't know, but it's showing that that pathway is there. I'm going to let this person speak a little bit more before we head into the extended. So let's go ahead and draw some cards and see what we get. All right, are you guys ready for this? I mean, it's what I'm getting from the cards. They want to find their way to you. They want to find their way to love, right? If this person has shown that they want to connect to you, if this person has shown that they like you, but they've also shown that they have issues, okay? I think this person will try to connect with you. I think this relationship, they will try to make it work. But this is for somebody who has shown that they want to, has shown that they are, you know, in some capacity wanting to be with you. I'm not trying to feed delusions here for people who have been blocked by somebody, or people who haven't spoken to this person, or people who barely know this person. No, this is for somebody who I think has shown that they are interested, but have their own struggles right now. And I think they're on a journey that will take them towards connection. 10 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles is kind of like, wow, they see something here. They see opportunity in this relationship with you. They see that this could be something really nice. Like, hey, you're like kind of what dreams are made of type energy. But in order to get there, still very closed off energy. There's stuff that they have to deal with in order to come out of their shell. Some of these cards here, what I'll do is clarify in a little bit more detail what we're getting in the extended. So you can check that out if you want. I don't know what else we'll do in the extended. Who knows? That'll be in the description box below if you'd like more details on this particular situation. Take care.